Hey guys, in this video, we're going to talk about air dribbling. But today we've got a special guest. You might know him as Rocket Jesus or even the Season 1 Super Sub, but most people know him as...
Things are usually tight, but at the same time, he's carrying it. Grenoble, they can put it in! They stay alive! We go to game 5.
What was this coming off the wall? Dribbling it with that Batmobile, spinning and...
Yo, what's up guys? I'm Over Zero. I won the Season 1 RLCS World Championship with Cronovi and Lacinio, and that was me in the clip you just saw, air dribbling against Flipside to tie the series and eventually win the grand finals. I've been air dribbling for a long time, and I'm here today with Virge to hopefully broaden your understanding of how and when to use air dribbles in Rocket League.
So, air dribbles and really everything in general has evolved in this game since then. Back then, for an air dribble to be effective, all you really had to do was get a few touches on the ball in the air. But with today's player base and skill levels, it takes a lot more than just a few touches. Zero and I both agree that the most important part of the air dribble is the first touch.
Yeah, the first touch is the foundation for any successful air dribble. A good first touch allows you to make decisions about what you want to do instead of focusing on the movements required to do it. This allows you to not have to adjust during your flight, settles the ball in your nose, so that all you have to do from here is boost to start the carry.
Okay, that sounds easy enough, but what advice do you have for those of us who can't always get the perfect first touch?
The most helpful piece of advice I can give players struggling to carry the ball after a first touch is to have ball cam on directly after making your first touch. This gives you a better point of view and a sense of direction when it comes to orienting your car towards the ball, and also allows you to judge the distance between you and the ball a little more accurately, allowing you to approach the ball at a proper speed, which is actually extremely important.
Oh, it's always important to approach your balls carefully. Our friends over at Manscaped know this better than anyone else, and that's why they've sponsored this video, because they've come up with the best method to approaching your balls for your first touch every time. With their perfect package, your first touch will be smooth and soft, and for the first time, your opponents will actually appreciate being dunked on. And if you like my videos and you like Manscaped, you're gonna love the giveaway we're doing together. Thanks to Manscaped, I'll be giving away 5 personally tailored coaching sessions to 5 of you awesome people watching this video. All you have to do is comment what rank you are and what mechanic you need help with the most, and we'll be picking a winner at random 14 days after this video is uploaded. And I'll be announcing the winners on my Twitter, so make sure you follow me there to see if you win. Again, thanks to Manscaped for making our balls and first touches silky smooth.
Wrong balls, wrong first touch. So think of it like this. You don't want to hit the ball. You want the ball to more or less land on your nose. The best way to do that is by catching up to the ball by adjusting your speed with your boost and making sure you release boost right before you hit the ball. This removes power from your touch and allows your car to absorb the ball's hit instead.
Imagine the ball is the International Space Station and your Commander Carey ready to dock.
Sure, dude. Whatever helps. Anyway, right after you make contact with the ball, you want to puff your boost to close any remaining distance between your nose and the ball. This can be a short or long puff, depending on how good your contact was.
Also, it's important to note that when it comes time for you to make contact for your catch, your nose should be very flat in relation to the surface of the ball and remain at the same angle. This gives the ball a soft, flat surface to land. Once all of this is accomplished, you've now ascended to the likes of Rocket Jesus. Once you've made it here, you've got total freedom to execute the remainder of the carry however you see necessary, or even unnecessary.
Initiating spin.
Yeah, I really love air dribbles. It's a showing of total control. Today, air dribbles are much different than back then. Today you have the ability to get much softer touches and be much more in control of the ball with your movement. It gives you the freedom to do whatever you want in whatever direction you want to do it. No two air dribbles are the same, because as soon as you've taken control of the ball, you just have so many options available to you, and it's truly up to you how you take it. You should be proficient in everything we just covered before taking it to the next level, but there is a next level. Once you're dominating the ranks with air dribbles, you will eventually run into players who are also master air dribblers. This means they know what an air dribble looks like, where it's going, and how to cut it off. In order to get past players like this, you'll need other tools at your disposal. The easiest way to trick your opponent is to let go of boost and fall with the ball briefly before boosting again and re-lifting the ball over your now baited opponent.
The reason you need to be able to control the ball not only up, but also down, is because the players who cut off your angle mentioned earlier will be forced to commit to that angle if they want a chance at blocking your carry. So once you start falling with the ball, if the opponent is smart, they'll commit to their challenge along that line because they'll think you finished your carry. Once they jump, all you have to do is lift the ball again and they won't have time to adjust back into your newly elevated path. Now, not to say you shouldn't have a predictable path, because this leads us into another option. If we set up an air dribble on goal with a predictable path, our opponent is forced to make a save. If we know this, we can then leave the ball to finish its path and line ourselves up under the ball, covering the side we know our opponent is challenging from. To make sure your opponent can't touch the ball, you ideally want your nose pointing in the direction they're coming from in order to get the strongest possible bump and potentially a demo.
Now, there is another option. But it's extremely difficult and situational. Before being able to do this, you must first have an understanding of how to flip reset,
which I will be making a tutorial on in the future.
Because you'll need to know how to move your car from the air dribble into the flip reset. First, your car must be inverted during your air dribble. From there, tilt your nose toward the ground and boost until the belly of your car slaps into the ball, thus giving you the flip reset.
There's a lot to air dribbles, so don't feel discouraged if you leave this video and it still takes tons of practice. There's always going to be parts of the game I can't teach you in a tutorial, and that's truly why I love this game and everything about it. Once you practice enough, this game becomes less of button combinations and more of creative expression, so you'll have to spend the time in training being creative and find the small tricks that make it work. But more importantly, you'll spend time figuring out what doesn't work. In fact, most of your time will be spent figuring out what doesn't work. But remember to keep at it, and you'll be carrying the ball over and sometimes under your opponents with air dribbles in no time. Thanks to Overzero for helping me with this video, and as always, thank you guys for watching.